Oh yeah.
What up, everybody? It's Laffy G from FreshNewTracks.com, hanging out with Mike Stud. We're at the Loft in Minneapolis, Minnesota. First off, Mike, your real name is Mike Seander. How'd you get the name Mike Stud?
Well, basically, it's kind of a long story, so I'll give you the abbreviated version. But went to Duke as a baseball player right after the Duke lacrosse scandal. So when we got there, they're like, "Hey, no athletes can have Facebook." Long story short, we all had like funny names. We still had Facebook; it just wasn't our real names.
Yeah.
Sure enough, Mike Stud was the name like 5 years ago at Duke, and obviously before the music thing. And then when I made one or two songs, and they were like, "What's your like hip hop? What's your rap name or stage name?" And I was just like, "I have no idea." And sure enough, we ended up going with Mike Stud, which was my Facebook name then, and now it's came a long way. You know what I mean? But it's kind of funny to see how far it's gone because it was really a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So were you surprised with the success of Toasted Tommy? I know you hit like number 2 on the iTunes hip hop charts, I think, and you hit the billboards at 66 or something like that?
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I knew it was gonna. I had the type of supporters I have are actually like, I mean, they're just great, and I knew it was gonna do pretty well. I mean, I definitely didn't expect any of that. And it's kind of crazy. It's crazy to actually see, because I feel like a lot of the people in the same kind of genre and sphere that I'm in are now doing it, going with the iTunes route, and they're seeing similar success. So, although it's not mainstream, there's still tons of supporters on the. It's not technically underground either. I don't know what you would call it, but there's a lot of supporters, man. It was obviously really surreal for me. It's dope.
If you could collaborate with any artist that's out right now, who would it be?
Like mainstream, out of everyone, or
Just anyone in general that you.
I'll pick like an actual realistic person. I think Mike Posner. We both went to Duke, and we have a good relationship. So we have a few things in the works.
Yeah.
That will be. I think it's gonna be dope because he has a really cool sound.
Yeah.
And we're kind of starting to make an industry swing like that. So it will make sense. Hopefully in the next 2-3 months.
You know, you had the Tommy John surgery a few years back, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, looking back on it now, do you think that you'd have, rather be playing baseball, or you think rap's just what it is now? You don't.
Some people always ask me that. I mean, I definitely like miss baseball to a certain extent, but the way it happened, I mean, I had surgery right before the draft year, and my last 2 years on the baseball field were very tainted because I was hurt, I was out, and then I was rehabbing and really struggling and grinding to get back because it was definitely my career path, So like to see everything kind of fall apart, right at the pinnacle was tough. So like tainted my overall image of baseball. You know what I mean? So if I had an office job right now, I'd probably be missing baseball a lot more. But honestly, I'm like pretty thankful that it happened, just because I think this is something that I think it was meant to happen. So I'm a firm believer in that, and I'm definitely having a good time, so I can't complain.
If you could ever sign to a major label, I mean, would you be willing to do that, or are you trying to stay independent like a lot of rappers that are out right now?
Yeah, we're actually already kind of starting that move, the industry move. Definitely not opposed to it. I understand the caution behind it. There's really a lot of caution to be had with the major labels now, just 360 deals and binding things. So we're taking it with a grain of salt and moving forward. But I'm definitely not one of those guys that's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm never going mainstream," So I definitely see it in the future. We're kind of in the works with a few people already, but I'm just kind of open to anything at this point. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time, but I really can't say like what in the next year, 6 months. I have no idea, but I'm definitely not opposed to it.
So is there actually a Sammy? And if you could say one thing to it right now, what would you say?
I have a disappointing answer, and it's actually no. There is no Sammy. I actually wrote that. A lot of the persona I wrote about is about Duke girls. I had a girlfriend at Duke who was like a sweetheart, so it wasn't about her at all. But a lot of the things and personality traits as girls I encountered at Duke, and kind of, I hate to put Duke on blast like that, but that was honestly the motive behind me writing it, and obviously making it more personal made the song work more. People could relate to it, that type of stuff. But there actually is no Sammy.
Yeah.
The girl in the video is hot though.
Let us know what's next with Mike Stud Music. You got an album, mixtape, just some single releases, or?
Yeah, we're gonna start with single releases. I apologize to everyone, man. After Toasted Tommy, we didn't drop a new record until 2 weeks ago with that Critic record. But we were keeping the mixtape alive with the videos, but we were in the middle of a production deal. I can't say yet who it was with, but we finalized it. So we're ready to move forward, dropping new music. But I got a ton of new records just kind of waiting. So not sure what the exact plan is, but every 2-3 weeks you're gonna see new stuff from me again, I'm excited because the 4 months of me dropping nothing was killing me.
Nice.
Sucked. So we're ready to go.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap that up right here. I'm Laffy G. I'd like to thank Mike Studd for taking his time out to talk to us. A big thank you to Fresh Leads, EXP Promotions for putting this on. Laffy G, FreshNewTracks.com.
Yeah. I'm staring at my MacBook. I got them digital dreams, 'cause we all want